What a main event.
Amazing night, amazing main event. I mean, I'll do your job for you. Parker Chisora, absolute war. Chisora is not human, and Joseph Parker needed a performance like that, needed to be conditioned like that to win that fight, because otherwise, you know, what we're seeing from Chisora is, if you aren't an elite heavyweight, you will get beat by Chisora. Unfortunately, the elite guys are beaten. Devastated for Jack Cullen, you know, Sajo, beautiful body shot. I thought Jack was boxing really, really nicely. Respect to him for taking that fight. Good win for Zelfa Barrett, you know, after a tough year, his mother passing away. Lerone Richards, I mean, you know, I know he'll get criticism, it was a bit of a boring fight, but he has just beaten Carlos Gongora, top 10 super middleweight. He was an underdog in that fight. Babic probably shouldn't have boxed tonight. COVID 4 weeks ago, wasn't probably fit enough, but nearly come unstuck in a very exciting fight. David Naika looked very spiteful. Jordan Thompson ready to step up now. Good wins for Rhiannon Dixon and Sandy Ryan.
What did he make the scorecards of the main event, Eddie? Because Chisora would have won on some of them.
Yeah, no, I don't see it. I mean, I thought that Chisora nicked rounds because of his work rate, but he got put down 3 times. You know, so 116, 111, I think was one of them, 117. That's about right for now. I can't see 114, 112 because, as you say, without the knockdowns, you give Chisora the fight, and I don't think that would have been right.
Babic at Bridgerweight next?
I think he needs to be. You know, and again, he wasn't the best Alan Babic tonight, but again, he's 10-0 with 10 knockouts. So we're all very critical, aren't we, of people who are winning, but the difference is you've got to win well and you've got to win the exciting fights.
Last one, what's next, Eddie, with the pandemic and everything? Are we going ahead with the shows in January?
Well, we'll have to see what happens in January. I think it could be unlikely that boxing takes place in January. That's just my hunch, and no science behind that. But we'll see what happens over the next week or so.
Eddie Hearn, Merry Christmas.
Thank you, mate.
Eddie, Zelfa Barrett, great win for him tonight. Any chances of him fighting Kiko Martinez for the world title?
No, because that's down at featherweight. So, you know, unless unless Zelfa cuts off one of his legs, he ain't going to make 9 stone. But, you know, he's now positioned for the Agawa fight. So is Joe Caldina, and we'll see what they do next.
We went for Rhiannon Dixon tonight, anti-cause charge. Of course, we worked close with him. What did you make of her
performance? You know, frustrating little period for her because she was supposed to fight in Liverpool, but need to keep her nice and active next year. And you know, she's a good young talent.
And big win for Sandy Ryan as well.
Yeah, spiteful. Good win for her. Naika looked great. Jordan Thompson looked really good. Good win for Babic. Lerone Richards, not the most exciting, but a great victory. Gutted for Jack Cullen to lose to Sajo, and of course a brilliant fight with Chisora Parker.
I've heard news that they may be pushing back the Kate Taylor-Serrano fight to end of April, May, is that? Yeah,
well, it's always going to be April, but we're thinking about maybe pushing it to May, but I think after seeing her tonight, there's a chance that April could still be good to go.
Yeah, just in terms of the possible opponents for Joseph Parker coming up, I know you mentioned a few in the press conference there. Ideally, you know, the boxing fan, who would you like to see Joseph go against?
I like the Hrgovic final eliminator. You know, I think that's a really good fight. The winner obviously gets a big split with the IBF to fight the winner of AJ against Usyk. So, you know, it's a big fight. Wilder, Ruiz rematch, Luis Ortiz. Loads of fights for Joseph Parker, and he's put himself right back in the mix.
I don't think there is a loser in the fight, really. Both guys gave great.
Well, there was a loser. It was Derek Chisora.
You know what I mean in terms of the stock, though, right? Because Chisora's stock,
everyone respects Chisora so much that his stock won't go down.
Exactly.
You know, and I think, like I said earlier, when you talk about fighters going out on their shield, he is the epitome of that. People can talk about, I'd rather get knocked out than get beat, but he is that guy, and that's why you saw the crowd that you saw tonight, the atmosphere, and people have got a lot of respect for him.
And like you mentioned, Joseph Parker started to show more spite, more aggression.
Yeah, good punch, very hard. I mean, I don't know how many uppercuts he hit Derek Chisora with, but you know, it was probably 30. But you know, big win. He's put himself right back on the world scene.
Eddie, how much does Deontay Wilder versus Chisora excite the potential build-up?
It does, but you know, I mean, as I said, all Chisora's losses have come at elite level. So, and Deontay Wilder is an elite. Listen, Chisora can beat Deontay Wilder. He hits him with a big shot. I tell you what, if that fight goes 4 rounds, Chisora wins that fight. But he's got to get past 4 rounds, and that's going to be really dangerous against someone that punches as hard as Deontay Wilder.
Is there a possibility of taking Chisora to the US?
Yeah, maybe. Look, I think we're all talking about his next fight. I mean, he just got beat in a really tough fight. He went down 3 times. So let's give him a nice Christmas.
Congratulations on the 44 shows.
Thank you, mate.
Just quickly on David Nicke.
Yeah.
What is his future? Because there was a equal fight for him as well.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, look, obviously the opponent needs to be better, but he's still learning. He's still a novice in the pro rings, but looked great. very spiteful, obviously talented, Olympic medalist, so has a big profile as well. Great trainer in Andy Lee, if that relationship continues. And I'd like to see him, back on a Matchroom show early next year.
And how superhuman is Chisora to survive that?
I mean, Parker was punching really hard tonight, and he's not thrown with those kind of intentions for a long time. In fact, he's almost looked a little bit gun-shy. But when he's sinking them in like that, Chisora's got an amazing chin, and I can't believe the fight went 12 rounds. After the third round, I thought that fight was over. So big respect to him, and big respect to Joseph.
Eddie said yesterday, last night, that he will talk to Team Brona about the possible fight with Conor Ben. Any news for us?
Yeah, I spoke to him last night. He talks about 135 and 140, and I sort of said, "Are you sure you can make 140?" He's like, yeah, he sounded really focused. So talks continue. I think he may want to fight first at 140, February, March, something like that, and then see if we can make the Conor Ben fight, but we'll see.
What's the situation with him? Is he still with BBC?
I don't believe he has a contract or anyone. Well, he doesn't. Yeah, so no.
And it should be easy enough to make that fight if he was to make it.
Easy enough if you got the money.
Eddie, can we see Chisora against Pulev #2?
He should have won the first fight, really, Chisora, but Pulev, yeah, possibly. I mean, it all depends how much money he wants. We paid him very well for the Joshua fight, so we'll see.
What do you think of Pulev?
Good guy, good fighter. Exciting still, and a very tough man.
Eddie face Joseph Parker next season.
Maybe, if he's out of the triad or whatever it's called.
Is he closer to the yes?
Would you be interested in signing Adrian Broner regardless of this Conor Ben situation?
Yes.
Do you think it's going to be possible, or do you think the money could be just too much?
He's approached me for me to sign him, but it's all going to come down to money, as always with AB, about billions. It won't be about billions, but it'll be about millions.
Actually, someone else that is looking to get signed up in the north. It seems like he's going to be free. Is that someone that
I think he's signing with Probella.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quick prediction on the YouTube fight tonight.
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot about that. Tyrone Woodley, I don't think he's fit or in shape. I mean, let's not say he's not in shape, because I don't think we can comment about that. But not in the shape he was, obviously, for the first fight. So I actually think Jake Paul win by stoppage.
Eddie, what did you make of the, it's a bit controversial the end of the Jake Cullen fight and the celebrations in the ring? What did you make of that?
Yeah, I mean, look, the guy's come over here, he's been booed into the ring, he's never boxed in an environment like this before, he's got a bit overexcited. It's difficult because when someone gets knocked out badly, that's when you've got to shut your mouth and just sit there. Body shot is a little bit different, so we knew Jack Cullen was going to be alright, but at the same time, it is what it is. I mean, I've never seen someone celebrate with press-ups. Mostly, it's when someone loses they do press-ups to prove that they're okay to continue. But he was, it was a great fight. Cullen was doing great, but obviously, body shot ended it.